Hey, bro.
All right, bro.
What's up?
Are we on record?
Yep, we're on. A long time coming, bro.
Yeah, I know, bro.
Huh?
All right. Darcy,
up,
welcome
bro?
to fucking real, brother.
No, good. It's good to be here, bro. Thanks for having me on. It's man.
Yeah,
Long
man.
time coming, bro. I've been talking about it for ages.
Yeah, we have been, bro. Fucking, and you know what? Yeah, like we locked this in, probably 6 months ago.
Fuck, we were talking before that when I was helping grading out and that.
Yeah.
But yeah, 6 months and it's here. It's
Yeah.
good.
And you know what I love about it, bro, is that, and it sort of just shows your character, bro. Like, you checked in the whole way through, bro.
Yeah, I want to do it. I love
You're on.
getting my message out there, bro. It's just giving. I believe my message and everything I do is hope. So if I can, my whole thing why I started doing what I'm doing is just if I can help one person just have a little bit of hope in themselves and believe in themselves and make a change. That's it. You know what I mean?
We doing that, bro.
No, it's
And
mad.
it's such a fucking honour to have you here,
Yeah,
bro.
sick.
And an honour to have you talk at the gala tonight too.
Oh no, I'm keen. That's my first big speech in front of like a big crowd. I've done like,
Yeah.
I think 100 or something, all those teachers, where I went in there and spoke in front of all those teachers and I was fucking mad. By the end of it, I had them all crying and that.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is my first one from a big crowd. Obviously, they've got like drink packages and shit, so I'm keen to go up there and be me, bro. I'll be mad.
And we got you on at the end of the night.
I know,
too,
bro. I
so everyone's gonna
know,
be rowdy,
bro. My
brother.
bedtime's fucking 6:30, bro. I'm gonna be fucked, bro. I go to bed at 6:30 every day.
Yeah,
I'm
true.
fucked.
6:30?
Yeah, I wake up 2:30 every day, bro.
Yep.
So I'm up 2:30 every morning, bro, doing my routine and that, and then
Yep.
fucking when he said I'm on last at 10:30 at night, I'm like, fuck, but I'll have a little power nap or something. I'll be sweet.
Yeah, you'll be
I'll be
sweet.
excited, bro. So I'll be G'd up.
Yeah. I'm actually talking on there too, bro. And it's
Man.
my first time
Yeah?
speaking in a big crowd as well, bro. So
Very man, just
Yeah,
go up there and
I'm-
be you, bro.
yeah,
Fuck
I
that.
reckon, like I'm more looking at it as like an opportunity to grow. bro.
Grow, yeah, a challenge, yeah,
And like fuck, I've been given this opportunity.
I know.
man, So
Why not? If you don't do it, you'll regret it, bro.
yeah.
You know, so I had to jump at it, bro.
Yeah.
I'm doing the same. It'd be mad.
I'm looking forward to it unfolding, bro. And just even, I mean, we've got the likes of Jeffrey Morgan who's flying over. I mean, you boys have got yourself over here too, bro. It's like how, like, with the starting line, bro, and then Power Project with this gala, like, just how, like, the one thing I've picked up the whole way through organising this, man, is how amazing the communities come together and the
Yeah.
people that we got there, bro.
Yeah.
And what mental health means to everyone.
Yeah, well, these days it's coming out more and more. There's more people speaking out about addictions, more people speaking about struggling, and you know it makes people be able to relate, which means people don't isolate themselves as much, and it gives them hope. That's what I mean. So the more people speak out a bit like we are, being advocates for it, the more people are like, fuck, I could probably do this too. You know, that's what it is. See, that's the power of what I do is when someone can relate to my story or relate to parts of my story, because I'm fucking everything, you know what I mean? I've done most things. And if people can relate to a snippet of it, they're like, fuck, if he can do that, you know what, I can do this, you know? So that's what we will do is just give people hope. And then it's going to be, I think in this day and age, addiction, everything else is getting better. There's more people that are sober. There's more people that don't drink. There's more people that do that and they're proud of it. It's not like something like, oh, I don't drink and they're ashamed of it. You know, I'm proud of it. Fucking come at me. 6 years sober I've been, so I'm fucking cheering, bro. It's mad.
So I don't know, man. Let's get stuck into it. I mean, we're fucking real, and I know
Yeah.
one thing, bro. You're fucking real.
All day, yeah, I'm real as fuck,
You
real
know,
and raw.
like, man, I just, you know, I don't know. Like, we'll start with like, look, a lot of people, bro. What I'm finding, man, sort of sit on the fence with like suicide or mental health or addiction. You know, and then there's other people that are full advocates for it, bro. So like with ADHD. What have we got? PTSD, we've got fucking depression.
Just trauma and anything.
Generational traumas, bro. What does it mean to you, bro? Like, what does it all... what does it mean to you, bro?
Well, all my journey started with, it wasn't really about like all those sort of things, but my journey started from wanting to be accepted. You know, because at the end of the day, we all want to be accepted. You know, and 9 times out of 10, if you're not accepted for who you are, you'll change who you are to get fit in with other people. And that's where I fell into my life of crime and stuff when I was very young, because I was bullied at a young age. So primary school, I was a fat kid in school, you know. I never had friend circles. You know, I sat at school by myself, ate lunch by myself, and I just felt isolated. And from that young age, you feel like something's wrong with you. You know, when other kids are laughing in their little groups, you're sitting alone and stuff like that. And even at a young age, I felt like I wasn't fitting in. Something was wrong with me. You know, so I always just had that feeling of me not loving myself. And then even in school at a young age, I hated authority, I hated school, I hated everything to do with it. Because when you're at school, 1, I didn't fit in, I hated being there. And then 2, I was sort of punished for not wanting to be a part of things. So when I didn't want to go to a school race, at like the school sports carnivals, anything like that, like I was always last. I was always made to feel like a failure at a young age. So I was a failure in sports, I was a failure in school, and then I just didn't want to be there. So even at school sports carnivals, when I didn't want to participate, I got in trouble for that. And when I didn't want to go to swimming lessons and stuff like that, when you all go swimming, I didn't want to take my shirt off. I hated myself. So, and I was forced in to do that. And when I didn't want to do that, I was yet again punished again for that. I had to sit by myself and I was isolated again. So, and like little things like everyone getting their first kiss at school and all that, like I never experienced that. I didn't go to sleepovers with friends, I didn't go to school discos. I just hated that, you know what I mean? I was all alone most of my life. So that was all through primary school. I just felt like I wasn't enough and I didn't feel like I fit in. I didn't feel like I belonged. And then coming into high school, same thing. I came in a big jungle. Like everyone goes in high school, they got their groups of mates and they got their people that they go into high school with. Like, oh, what high school are you going to? Oh, me too. We'll be friends when we go there. I didn't have that. And I went into a jungle of.
What would you just like?
I didn't.
Around?
No,
I just didn't fit in.
Just didn't fit in, bro. I was a fat kid. I was bullied, and I'm not really going out of my way to go introduce myself to people when I've felt like got no confidence. I hated myself, so I just isolated myself. And at a young age, I'll go home and you don't realise what you're coping with, but I'll go home and eat donuts and just sit there and be by myself, start video gaming and just isolate myself from a young age. So coming into high school, year 8, I was just into a jungle. And then I was like, fuck, I want to be accepted by people. I want to fit in. And I wasn't going and trying out for a football team anytime soon. You know what I mean? I wasn't accepted in those ways. So, but the people where I was accepted was in kids that were going down for durries, going down to smoke, was kids that were getting in trouble in school. And all you have to do to fit in with these people was to play up, was to do the wrong thing. And it's fucking easy to do the wrong thing, do the opposite of right. Like I'll go down for smokes and we'll laugh. And like even in school, I'll get in trouble, but then the kids will laugh at my jokes that I'll say to the teacher. And then I was like, oh, I'm the class clown. I'll start getting in trouble and start making friend groups like this. And that's where I first found connections with people. And for me to be connected with someone, I'll do anything to be in a friend circle. I never had that. So if I had to go down for a back oval and go down for a smoke, light went up. If you were to go down the back over and fucking shoot me up with heroin, do it. Done. If I could be a part of something. But this is the first time I sort of sat there and laughed with a friend. And so I assumed from a young age to have friends and be a part of things. It's just I've got to smoke, I've got to fucking wag, I've got to just play up in school, go fucking. And then obviously I'll get invited drinking at places on weekends. So I'm invited somewhere. A mate says, hey, you want to come over mine for some drinks? Or come over mine and fucking oath. I'm so excited to go out and just go there and just get fucked up. Then I started getting drunk and then obviously weed comes into it. You start smoking a joint here and there, you green out, you vomit, you have a laugh, you wake up, and then you go to school and then obviously started getting stoned at school and then started really rebelling in school and, going down and getting in fights at school and stuff like that. Because once I started hanging around these kids who are up to no good, I was a little lad. I was a little eshay. I was wearing Nike TNs and shit like that, like Nordic polos. And that was my whole life, graffiti, and that's how I grew up. But from a young age, these people in that scene, it's violence, crime, fighting. And when you fight, you stand up for yourself, you know what I mean? And I promised when I was getting in that scene, I would do anything I could to be a part of this scene. So then I started fighting and I started graffitiing and I started rebelling and, I could fight, you know what I mean? I realised once I could throw hands, my confidence came up in myself. But then it was confidence in in a bad scene, you know what I mean? So then I started fighting a lot. I started just getting a lot of fights, started graffitiing a lot. Started sneaking out from home in the middle of the night to go graffitiing, go break into cars, go do break and enters to go get money, to start getting on to drugs and shit like that. And then obviously when I was in friends group circles, hanging out, I didn't worry about school. I wasn't going to school. I was getting suspended all the time. Ended up getting expelled from 3 schools at the start of year 9. So I've still to this day never finished school. I've actually never read a book, bro. I've never finished a book in my life. And I just because I hated learning, I hated school, I hated the whole thing. So getting in a lot of trouble with that. And then on the weekends, the groups I was with, they had older brothers. And these older brothers were jailbirds, junkies, crackheads. These were my role models. This is who I wanted to be like. I come from a great family, great role models, mum and dad, love them to death. But at that time, I didn't give a fuck about them, bro. I wanted to fit in. I had love for my family. I had everything like that, okay? But I didn't have friend love. I didn't have a group of brotherhood. I didn't have a brotherhood. I didn't have any of that. So I devoted my life to this, So from a young age, I started smoking. Well, I obviously got introduced to older boys in circles, and these were my role models. And they're getting on the gear. They started back when gear was speed, not like meth. When I started coming, I started using speed when I first started getting on it. I was using speed when I was 12. You know what I mean? Started eating speed, staying away a couple of weekends, going out graffitiing with older boys, fitting in with these older crowds, and they took me under their wing. You know what I mean? I'm like, fuck yeah, because I was the only young cunt that was allowed around the older boys, because I'll do anything. Bottle racks, fucking breaking enters, fucking on there, comedian store robbery, jump over the counter, steal ciggies, run.
I'm sitting here laughing, bro, because I've lived the exact same life.
I
bro.
know,
Like,
bro.
And also growing up with the older guys and trying to fit in and stuff. But carry on.
Yeah,
Bro.
but so that's where I like thrived, and I started doing that a lot. And like whenever I'd go home, like because I wasn't going to school, I was expelled from school, and mum and dad are like, "What are you doing? Like fucking, what are you doing?" I'm like, "Nothing. Like I'm living my life. Like fuck off." Like I started to not abuse my family, but just told them to fuck off, and started to run away from home a bit, like leaving on weekends, sneaking out. I'm like, fuck, I don't need to get told what to do. I hated authority. I hated authority when I was younger with school. I hated authority, obviously, later with police and everything like that. I hated authority with my parents telling me what to do. But I realised at a young age, I can do whatever the fuck I want.
Yeah.
No one's controlling me. I make my own choices. I do whatever the fuck I want. So I'm going to go live my best life. You know what I mean? I'm going to go do this. And I devoted my life to using gear and stealing and stuff. And then I ran away from home when I was 15 for like 2 years. I was on the missing person list. My photo was up in shopping centres. Have you seen this kid? Heaps of stuff. So I was on the run for that. And then obviously charges for stealing and shit like this. So I was on the run at a young age and living at mates' houses, couch surfing and shit at a young age. And these houses would get raided looking for me and shit. And I'll be like, one of the raids, I remember I was in their cupboard, waiting, the cops were in there and I was like, hey, all my mates are smoking cones and shit. And I'm in the cupboard like wigging out, looking through. There's cops in the room. They didn't check. And then they just left. They were looking for me. And I was like, fuck, that was weird. I never sat down and started smoking cones. I was like, fuck, that was weird for Jesus. But like my
so
life.
at this stage at the age of 15 was weed the drug of choice?
No, speed.
Yeah, speed.
Speed. Weed was just like in the middle, like in the midweek when I'm bored.
Yeah.
Like I didn't really like downers, bro. Weed, downers, it wasn't really my thing. I like going, I like doing shit. Like speed, get on the gear. Like I'll be eating gear midweek, like every day of the week. Like go there because one of my good mates, his mum and dad, well his dad was one of the biggest speed cooks in Brisbane. And I lived at his place. I stayed at his place, and we'd just go out, like, and I would go steal shit, and they'll buy it off me for gear. Like Nautica polos. I'll go bag rack. I'll go into Myers, David Jones, pop off beepers. At one point, I had the beeper popper that you get, and I'll pop off beepers. I'll fill like a footy bag full of Nautica polos and Tommy Hilfigers and that, and then I'll put on my shoulder, try and swing it over the beeper, and just run. And most of the time, when I've got real off my head, I didn't even give a fuck. I just walked out the door with it. I'm like, come on, can't I was young fucking dickhead.
Yeah.
Like fucking hero. But anyway, just bag rack, and then I'll literally go sell like 4 or 5 grand's worth of clothes for like a point of gear, just so I can get high that day. And then I'll go to a different shopping centre the next day, meat racks, go into Woolies and just load myself with like fillet steaks or whatever, and then or even a fucking trolley. Done a trolley a few times where you fill a trolley with fucking meat and just cruise out.
I feel like everyone's doing that now with
Yeah.
fucking price rises.
Bro, it's fucking...
I actually, for the first time in my life, I won't say that on live, but...
Go on.
Oh, mate, look, I understand.
Real and raw, brother.
I understand why people were fucking doing it.
Yeah.
Like the expenses and the stresses that people were under at the moment, bro. With
Yeah.
the prices of food.
Yeah.
Anyway, bro.
And gear.
Yeah.
And gear.
Yeah.
But yeah, so but my whole life was just stealing to fucking survive and stealing. Like I would have gear all the time, and that's how I sort of got a roof over my head too. Because if I was staying in, because most of the places I was staying at were like crackheads and like fucking trap houses, bro. You know what I mean? Just constant, everyone off their head all the time, and you pay someone a bit of gear. I'll sleep on the couch. The next minute I'm like living there for weeks on end. I'll just give them a bit of gear every day, and I'll go stealing. That's just like my little hub. So I was constantly just stealing, going out, doing all that, and then that ended up being my whole life. You know what I mean? Just from
How long did this go on for, bro? So you said like from 12 you started on speed.
Yeah.
So where were we at the moment? We had about 15, 16 years
Yeah,
old.
16, then 17, 18. 18's when I like got in a little toxic relationship. And with this bird, we're just getting on it. And then I got actually lazy. I started smoking weed and stuff like that. And when I did that, I wasn't going out with the boys and that. You know what I mean? Like I wasn't going out. Like I was like painting, training. I was going out painting every day, graffitiing, stealing every day, fighting every day, like every weekend. Go like just rush. You know what I mean? Like fucking loved it. And then once I started seeing this bird for a bit, got a bit comfortable, and then smoking weed during the week. And I actually put on a lot of weight again, bro. Like I was smoking ice on the weekends and that, like going like, and then I was smoking weed during the week. And when I'm down in person, I'll just start eating during the week. I'll just sit there and watch movies, just eat all day and just get fat. And I actually got up to about 121 kilos. That's that photo of me when I was fat on my Instagram. So I was smoking ice every weekend on that photo. You know what I mean? I was getting on the gear every weekend, but then during the week I was just lazy, fucking smoking cones, eating shit. So, and I just wasn't happy because I see all the boys going out and like, hey, coming out, you know what I mean? I'm like, oh, I'm just chilling. And I lost that love, and I felt like I disconnected from my brotherhood, from all the lads that I hung around. I built relationships. Like I've fought for these guys. I've fucking stolen for these guys. We've fought side by side. Like it's just like, these were my brothers. We'll go painting together. We'll go stealing together. Like, you know what I mean? So, and I lost that connection. I'm like, fuck this. So I sort of broke it off with this chick, and I'm like, fuck, I'm going to go out and fucking start living again. Started getting on the gear all week again, started painting again, fighting again. Then one night I was at Gilhooley's Chermside drinking one night, just fucking drinking and that, and I'm fucking there with a bunch of mates, and then I got a message saying, oh bro, your ex is out with two of your mates, you know what I mean, and fucking hooking up with them and fucking all this sort of shit, and I just fucking flipped out, but then I just ended up just breaking down, bro, like years of just being off my head, and reality sort of hit me, and I'm fat again, like I got back to being fat, and that was my biggest like trauma thing. I was being picked on as a kid, being fat. So I got fat again, then my mates, my brothers, I mean my brothers stabbed me in the back, and these people, man, I stole for them. I put roof over their head, I paid for their shit, bro, so they can survive, you know what I mean? I did a lot for them, I had their back. I was always the first one to throw a punch in a fight, that was my loyalty. I'm a very loyal person, and in those days, like, loyalty is fighting for your mates, standing up, not copying shit. You hear someone's talk shit about your mates, you're the first in, like, so that's just how it is, that's the whole life I lived. And that's all I went by. And then when I found out two of my mates did that behind my back, I just started to break down, bro. And then I ended up crying. Just like started breaking down, and then literally reality hit me. This was about 18. And like I haven't been at home in years. Like I've just been on the street, like living in places, and I just started breaking down, and something made me sort of go home to mum and dad's. I went home, and I was sitting out the front, and I was just like, fuck, I'm going to say to them. Like I'm fucking crying now.
How long did you last speak to them? How long?
It would have been a year or two before. The last time I seen mum was when she picked me up from the watch house when I got done, and then she literally came home and my cousin died from a heroin overdose. So she's like, your cousin's dead. I'm like, fuck. So that hit me and I'm like, fuck. And then went to the funeral that week, so I stayed home for a couple of days then, and I was just on edge because I wasn't in a good way. Then I went to this funeral, said goodbye to my cousin, which rest in peace, but went there and that sort of hit me. But how I always dealt with things was to escape things. So as soon as that funeral was over, I didn't even get a lift home from mum or nothing. You know, I just left there, didn't think about how they were feeling, didn't worry about that. I had to go get on. I was like, I'm fucking going to go escape this shit. So after the funeral, fucking went back, got on it and that. So about a year or so after that, and all this happened, and just everything hit me, broke down. See, the mates I trusted stabbed me in the back. I'm fat again. Fucking hate myself. I don't know where I am in life. I've got no future, not no goals. I was just lost or sitting. I don't know where. I didn't have a place to stay. That night I had no. I was like, I'm not sleeping on the streets again. I've done it before. And I'm like, I'm just going to go home because it was just up the road from mum and dad's. I'm like, something brought me to go home. And then I was sitting out in the front of mum and dad's. I'm like, what the fuck am I going to say? It was pissed as. I don't even remember much of it. And then I used to drink over at the school across the road. And then I went over there, and so we used to sit on this rooftop and drink and stuff like that. So I went up there and I was just thinking like that, and then I was just like, everyone's better off without me. You know what I mean? What's the point? I'm fat again. I hate myself. You know, I'm back to where I started. Like everyone's stabbing me in the back. I'm like, I can't face my dad. I've hurt them my whole life. What the fuck? Why would they even want me here? You know what I mean? I'm just like, all I am is a burden. And then I ended up jumping off the roof of a 3-story building when I was 18. I tried taking my life when I was 18. Then I came to, I broke my ankle, and then I just stumbled back home, and then just opened up to mum and dad and told them everything that happened and everything like that. And they're just like, what the fuck? You know, they started crying with me and that. And then my plan was to obviously get sober, go over to, my dad was working over in New Zealand at the time. And then the plan was to go over there, work with him, get sober, change my life around, which I did. I went over there and started working with him. And after obviously I healed, I went over there and I was just fucking in a mess. And then I started training over there, started eating right, one of Dad's mates over there was a bodybuilder. So he started doing me like a little meal plan. Dropped a lot of weight. I dropped about 40 kilos over in New Zealand in about 5 or 6 months. So I went over there, was just working, doing like that. And got healthy in that. But then I started to get on social media. I started to look at what everyone was doing on social media, and I started to miss what's at home, and I got a bit of FOMO, you know what I mean? I'm like, I'm fixed. You know what I mean? I'm fixed. I'm fucking sober. I'm happy. I'm dropping weight. I want to go, got my abs out, you know what I mean? I want to go show everyone, you know, this is me now. All the people that stabbed me in the back, my ex, everyone, I'm not going to show everyone, fucking look at me now, you know what I mean? So I ended up coming home, and Dad's like, no, don't go. I'm like, mate, I'm fucking doing whatever the fuck I want. I'm going home, cunt. I've already paid for my flights. I've got money. I'm going. So I came home, got a job as a renderer's labourer, started working, and I was like, yeah, I'm working now. You know, I'm back home, I'm fucking sober, I'm happy. You know, started getting Instagram a bit, seeing all mates going out nightclubbing and shit like that. See, I didn't go in the clubbing scene. I was in fucking smoking ice in a room scene, you know what I mean? And fucking helping mates fucking shoot up and shit, you know what I mean? So that was my whole life, like sitting there with smoking ice in a room and strapping people up, helping them to shoot up and shit. That was my whole life. That was normal to me, you know? So going out nightclubbing and drinking, that's fine. That's nothing. So I justified going out drinking, and then I started going out drinking, you know, because drinking's okay, it's not ice. You know what I mean? Started swap one habit for another.
It's socially accepted, man.
Which
it's
is socially
cocaine,
fucked up.
Crazy.
Yeah.
How, cocaine's got, it's like a glorified drug, man.
Brother, I got just as cooked on cocaine, I'll tell you that right now. So, and that's when I started going out nightclubbing, and my mates were obviously out there, met a few people, you know, made some good mates, having mad nights out, come home, fuck, after a weekend bender, like, fuck yeah, like, but I had fun. Honestly, I had fun. Because, like, went out there, fucking was in groups of mates who were, like, fucking into boosts and shit, like, having fun. I'm like, fuck yeah, go on a bender, go on fucking kick-ons, be a fuckwit, and everyone's laughing, having a good time. And yet again, I'm getting that connection with people again, I'm having fun. I'm like, this is living. And so then I'll work during the week, and then I'll start going out Friday, Saturday night, and then I'll work during, and then a few of my mates were selling pingers and shit, and then I'll be like middleman in pingers. They're like, yeah, I can get you some, I'll give you. And then I'm like, fuck being middleman, cunt. You know what I mean? I'm like, I'm gonna get my own pingers, cunt. And so I got started off as getting a 10-pack and going, and everyone knew me. I started to get known. And I was like, fuck, yeah, I'm gonna know, because I wanted to be like the mates with the drugs. They were selling, everyone knew their names. I wanted that. I wanted that attention. I wanted that. So I sort of thrived in that aspect again. So then I started selling pingers. 10-pack was gone in 2 minutes. And then I'm like, yo, everyone shots, let's go. Fucking just shouting at everyone. I never started selling drugs to make money. I sold drugs to make friends and like have money to shout at everyone. That was it. I wanted friends. You know, I was like, fuck, if I've got drugs, everyone's going to be my mate. And they were. And I met good people along the way, don't get me wrong, but then I started falling, you know, I'll go out with 100 pills, gone in fucking 10 minutes. I'm like, cunt. I'm left with a big wad of cash. I'm like, going home with like 4 or 5 grand one night. I'm like, fuck yeah. Like, I don't need to work, cunt. You know what I mean? So I ended up giving up my job and it wasn't working. I started just going out and selling pingers, and then on the weekends and that. And then I started to obviously get on coke, started racking up, and yet again, pills are okay because it's not ice. Cocaine's fine. Everyone goes cocaine. Lawyers do cocaine. Real estate. Everyone's out here. Everyone's full time. Got jobs. They're killing it in life. They do cocaine. It's okay for me to do cocaine. So yet again, justifying the drug, glorifying cocaine. Then I started racking up every time. I'll get a bag of rack of pure for me, go out and I'll sell pingers. So pingers will start supporting my rack addiction. And then I'll start snorting rack Friday, Saturday, Sunday night. Then I'll sit there in bed all week, Monday to Friday, and then mum's like, what are you doing? What are you doing with your life? I'm like, I'm fucking sweet. You know what I mean? Just fucking racking up lines. I was fucking looking like a mess. But I justified it because I had money, you know, and I had social life on the weekend. Everyone knew me. Everyone knew I had the best gear. Okay, yes, so I'm not promoting selling drugs, but I had the best gear. So I always went out there and I thrived off that because I know everyone knew me. I had the best rack, I had the best that. And I was like, yeah, I did. You know, you can come see me, I'll beat me. Can't, like, you know what I mean? I thrived on that. So then I made connections selling that. And then I started over time, just kept going out every weekend. And then later on, and obviously I loved fighting. So I loved getting a fight. Like, I didn't love it, but like I'd always stand my ground. Because from a young age, I promised myself when I was getting bullied, that when I did get in that scene, that I'll never be a victim. I'll never let anyone stand over me. I don't care how big and tall you are. I don't care who you are. I will hit you in the mouth. You know what I mean? I will stand on ground. I will never be a victim. That was ingrained in me from young, and it worked. You know what I mean?
What would it take? How little would it take for someone to get you to that point?
Nothing now.
Nothing.
I would never do it.
No. I mean, back then, like, was it just like...
Oh, spill a drink on me, like disrespect me. A guy spat in my face once, and I put him in a coma. I got charged with that, AOBH, whatever the fuck it is, and put him in a coma and nearly died. And I was sitting there and they had all my clothes taken off me for forensics and shit. And they're like, if he doesn't wake up, you're done for manslaughter or whatever. And I'm like, fuck me. And I was like, Jesus. And that was on a night out, and I got in a fair few altercations if someone like didn't pay tick or something like that, or someone just bumped you in a club. Or there's always wankers out, bro. It's like people that think they're tough cunts and stuff like that. And I'm like, I can bang. I'm like, I'll fight anyone. You know what I mean? I'm like, fuck it. You know, I've got nothing to lose. I've got a lot to lose, but at that point I didn't care. Nah, so I got in a lot of trouble with fighting and that, and then obviously parents found out I'm getting police charges and fighting again in nightclubs and all this sort of shit. I'm like, what are you doing? And then Mum sat me, my dad and my brother down, like while I was in the midst of just living my best life, and she's told me and my brother and my dad that she's got cancer. And she's like, well, I've got terminal cancer. So she's got myelofibrosis, which is a rare form of leukemia. And she's like, it's going to be a tough ride, and you know, we just need to come together as a family, and we just got to be there for each other. And yet again, I'm like, how do I always deal with things? I'm going to escape things. And I had a couple of ounces of rack downstairs coming. I'm like, I'm fucking going to get up a line. So I didn't even cry. I just sat there, that just hit me, I went into shock. And then I just went downstairs and I started racking up fucking lines, bro. Fat slugs of pure, just smashing lines and started getting real bad on the rack and just started escaping that. So that's when I started using pretty much every day to sort of escape that. And honestly, this sounds fucked up, but I forgot my mum had cancer. You know what I mean? I just numbed the fuck out of myself. I'm like, I'm just going to keep doing what I'm doing, selling racks, doing this, I'm selling a fuckload of gear, you know, just focus on this and distract myself from it. So I was starting to snort rack every day, eating Valiums like Tic Tacs every day. And then I got real bad on the rack, and then mum and dad kept going like, what are you doing? What are you doing with your life? Because then I stopped going out on weekends. you know, because I started to get a bit paranoid. So, I got just as paranoid on fucking cocaine than I did off fucking ice. I'm telling you right now.
Yeah.
Okay, I thought people were in the yard. I went out there. I do my night patrol every night out in the yard with my knuckle dusters and make sure no one's downside, make sure no one's in that cart out there, make sure no, you know what I mean? And then I'll just hide all my gear all in other different parts of the yard, in my neighbour's yard, hide all my ockers over there so it's not in the house and just wig out every now and again. Fucking idiot. And this was at my mum, and this was on living at home. You know what I mean? I was selling gear from my mum's house. I'd put in my letterbox, drop cunts off, because I wouldn't leave the money in the letterbox, bro. I wouldn't even go out and meet
Were you
cunts.
paying rent, man?
No, I wasn't. No. Okay, so you see what I mean? Like, fucking
It was a
idiot.
point.
Yeah, so... But so I was just doing all that, and then I was like, and they just say, we know, like, Mum found money in the letterbox a few times because I was just off my head and forgot about it. And I'm like, Mum, you got that money that was in the letterbox? She's like, no. I'm like, fuck. I knew she had it. I'm like, fuck. Can't say anything. And she's like, what money? And I'm like, oh, fuck. So, and then
So you were paying rent in it, didn't you?
yeah, she did well. She made an earn out of me. I would have too. But then ended up moving out, and I'm like, I don't need this because they constantly ask me, are you okay? Come on, fucking, you know what I mean? And, you know, when people ask you, are you okay when you're off your head, you're like, I'm fucking sweet, you know, you're not okay. Biggest red flag in life, if the ones you love are asking if you're okay, if you're sweet, you're not fucking sweet.
Nah.
You can tell yourself in the mirror 1,000 fucking times.
Itself, bro.
Okay?
Like, I mean, when someone's at that point, I mean, we have these conversations all the time, you know, like, you want everyone to do breath work. You want everyone to come into the gym and fucking pump weights and do gratitude in the mornings and shit like that. But like, what is the message to someone that is in that situation that you're talking about right now? You know, from the outside, fuck cunt, you're going downhill massively.
Yeah.
Wake the fuck up.
I have this question asked so many times, and I really believe there is no words anyone can say to anyone. You've got to let them ride their ride. Like, someone's got to hit that rock bottom point to want to change, to make changes. I'm a massive believer in that.
Sounds like what your parents have done, man.
It sucks. They just had to give up on me.
Yeah.
They were always there, but they had to give up on me. Like, what can I do? Yeah. Like, there's no, and the people around you are powerless. Addiction is so fucked for the people around you. Yeah. You yourself, you're numb. You're fucked up. You don't have to worry about anything, but the people around you are the ones that are suffering. They're the ones that see you going downhill and they're powerless, and it sucks. And it's just, I get all the time, people ask me, how can I change my son's life? People go, how can I do this? And I literally say to them, there's nothing you can do. Someone's got to hit that rock bottom and want to make changes to change. Yeah. There's no magic phrase. And it sucks because some people hit that rock bottom and neck up. Some people overdose. Some people just fucking take the easy way. They just leave this world, and it's sad. But I changed my life when I hit my rock bottom. Yeah. You know what I mean?
What's your message to those mums and dads that are asking? It's
just support them. Just look after yourself and be there. Don't give up completely. All I had, my mum, I always knew I had a room to sleep in. You can be there without being there. You know what I mean? Like, it's just never give up on them. Yeah. You know, it sucks.
What if they're suffering through it as well, man? Like, I mean, we hear these stories, it's all the time, and unfortunately it's getting more and more.
Yeah.
You know, particularly with fucking ice. You know?
Yeah.
But, you know, like sometimes these parents are suffering, you know, through their son or daughter.
They've got to just focus on themselves. I know it is hard to say that because it's your child. You know what I mean? It's hard. You can't control that. But I believe, like, I should never think about this, but fucking stress, all the shit that I've caused my mum. Mum's got cancer, like terminal cancer. You know what I mean? Like, I've had to contribute to that. Her sleepless nights, everything like that. The stress I put it through. Like, I wasn't home. Random. Imagine your 15-year-old kid living on the streets. You don't see him for 2 years. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, if you're a parent, you're not sleeping at all, worrying about your kid. You know what I mean? I did that. I didn't give a fuck. So it's so hard to, like, parents just got to sort of stand there. The best thing was that they supported me. They were there. You know what I mean? Like, they picked me up from the watch house. They probably weren't in the best mood when they did it, but they were always there. Yeah. You know, and that's just, it sucks, but that's just...
I'm just going to bring another thing. See, the thing is with this podcast, man, I don't have any sort of script, and I just try and find these different areas.
Right, go for it. I love it.
Dissect and help those. Always looking at it like as if we're trying to get some message out there to those
yeah.
listening. You know, now I've completely forgot what the fuck I was talking about.
Here we go.
But, fuck.
I can keep going, bro.
Keep going, bro. Yeah. It was, sorry, bro. Guilt and shame, man. You know, that comes up a lot, particularly with males.
Yep.
You know, like when you talk about like your mum having cancer,
you
didn't see her for 2 years. You know, like I mean, we had Jeffrey Morgan, bank robber.
Yep.
You know, had held guns to people's heads, probably given them traumas. You know?
Yeah.
And we all do, man. Like I mean, I go through it all myself. I still deal with a lot of guilt and shame through some of the shit I've done. You know.
Yep.
And I think it's massive, bro. Like, have you got any sort of? Because I think that's a massive part of growth, man.
Yeah.
And, you know, because sometimes we do suppress that. with drugs and alcohol,
Yeah.
still, man, and wondering why we keep lapsing.
But I think one of the biggest things is guilt and shame. You can hold on to it and it can destroy your life. What's done is done, okay? Like yesterday's yesterday. You can't control what happened yesterday. Tomorrow's never guaranteed. The future is never guaranteed. You could die right now today. What you can control is what you do today. And I'm a big believer in every day I'm going to make my family proud. I've done what I've done. I've accepted that. I can't change that. But every day I'm going to be my absolute best for them today. Tomorrow I'm going to do it again. I'm going to be my best for them tomorrow. I'm going to keep making them proud every day. And hopefully one day I'm just going to get to the point where I'm just going to keep winning every day. Yeah. For them, to make up for all the pain that I've caused, I'm going to be my best right now. That's what I'm, make it a purpose daily.
Yeah, I always sort of say, like, every morning, you've got the opportunity to put your 2 feet on the ground and be better than what you were yesterday. You might fuck up one day, but you got the next day.
Right? Everyone fucks up. Yeah. Everyone fucks up and gives up. The kid, you fuck up, you get back up. That is I believe in that. Everyone fucks up. I fucking fucked up my whole life. But then I got it right. And I'm 6 years sober, 6 years happy, 6 years proud. You know, now, okay, but I'm going to be sober for the rest of my life. I'm going to make them proud for the rest of my life. But, yeah, you've got to, it's just, stacking days, just keep making them proud. That's what I believe. Don't hold on to guilt and shame. It's what does it achieve? What does holding on to anything negative achieve? You know?
And if it is brewing up, fucking get rid of it.
Yeah.
Find a way to let it out, have a cry. So let's get back to your story.
Yeah. So, started, obviously moved out of home because they were just telling me what to do. Like, keep asking me, you okay? I'm like, I'm fucking fine. You know what I mean? Then it started getting real bad on the rack. Obviously, I was using the rack every day. You know what I mean? Started snorting rack every day. And eating Valiums every day, like Tic Tacs. I'll get so anxious, so I'd level myself out with a Valium. I'll have a line of Pure and then I'll have a half a Valium just to level me out. You know what I mean? That's how I maintained everything. And then I moved out, went into the penthouse, got a penthouse, all this money. I was like, fuck yeah, got a penthouse. It just ended up becoming a fucking trap house, bro. It was just a drug house, bro. Like, it's probably the worst move I made. And I got real bad on the gear there, but then I got real anxious, snorting heaps of cocaine. Then my septum's full, like, can't even breathe. My septum's fucking deviated as fuck. So my septum went out, so I couldn't snort rack anymore. So I'll be blowing balls of blood out of my face. Like, you know those salt dispensers that you blow at one side and pushes out the other side? I'll be blowing them out and I'll have massive scabs ripping off the back of my nose and my face and I'll feel it tear out. But how my logic works is as soon as I rip that scab out, I'm going to snort a line straight away and get it in my bloodstream. How fucking cooks that? You know what I mean? But that's how I started snorting, and it got real bad. And then I started, mate came over, and he was smoking pipes in my bathroom. Like, it was just a fucking trap house, bro. And he was smoking pipes in my bathroom and that. And then I'm like, fuck it. You know what I mean? I can't snort cocaine. You know, I'll have one. And then my whole theory of, you know, cocaine's okay, it's not ice. You know, pills are okay, it's not ice. All that sort of shit. Next minute, I'm back sucking on a fucking glass Harley. You know what I mean? I had it, and I was like, oh my God, I feel amazing. You know, I was having chats again. I wasn't anxious. And I just started justifying all these things. I'm like, ice is cheaper. You know what? I'm going to save money. I'm going to make more when I sell cocaine. I'm not going to be using my cocaine. I don't need my Valiums anymore. I'm looking at all these profit margins. I'm like, oh, yay. And then I was fucking started justifying that. And then I started smoking pipes every day, bro, back on the ice again every day. And then it's got fucking, I was just as paranoid on the cocaine as I was ice. Except with ice, I wasn't having a fucking bleeding nose and fucked up septum and shit. And then, then I started, and then obviously over time, selling gear out of your house. Well, I didn't give a fuck, bro. I was selling, I didn't have fucking a fucking cipher phone and shit. I was messaging me on Snapchat. You know what I mean? I didn't give a fuck, bro. I was never a smart drug dealer, bro. I never sold drugs to make money. I sold drugs to use drugs. I was a fucking addict supporting myself. You know what I mean? Like, cunts would come over. I'll dump a half an ounce of rack out for people to share. Like, have some. Stay with me for a couple of days. You know what I mean? Come here. But then by the end of it, I just wanted to be isolated and alone because I got real paranoid and real anxious. So I was just using gear by myself every day, just fucking wigging out. And then sitting there smoking ice one day on my bed, literally about to smoke a pipe, and bang, door gets kicked in, cops rush in, about 20 coppers, and I'm there smoking a pipe. I'm like, holy fucking shit, this is not happening right now. So I put it down, fucking raid, and I was like, can't at least let me finish it, you know what I mean? Like, fucking, I was like, fuck. And then they had everything just fucking in my top drawers and shit. I had nothing hidden, bro. Fuck me dead. They found ockers of gear and that. So I got done for that. That was my first big raid. I've been in heaps of raids when I was younger, but like I never got done with anything. I was just in houses where there was shit. So this is the first big raid that I got, and it was all my shit. So I got done with all that. I got bail on them charges. I got out. I was sitting in the middle of the valley and that. And then my first thing, because I knew where all my gear was sitting in my house, right? And I knew they didn't find this one little bag of ice, bro. I had this one little bag that was like good gear that I separated from the rest. I'm like, fuck, this is mad. Look at the shards on it. You know, I was mad a bit. And they didn't find it. And I knew where it was. And all my main concern was go to the pipe shop, this little convenience store in the fucking city, if you know, you know. But I went in there, got the fucking last Indian fella behind the counter. I'm like, sweet puff. He's like, yep, sweet. Gave me a little pipe. And then I came home And then found that little bag. My house was turned on its head, bro. Bed was flipped, everything. I'm just sitting there in my room with everything fucked and started smoking pipes again. And I'm like, oh, that's bad. I'm like, okay, what am I going to do? I need to go tick up more gear. I need to go to that. I was fucking so dumb, bro. And then got real bad on it. And then none of my mates wanted to talk to me, bro. Because most of my mates in the scene, everyone's selling gear and that. You know what I mean? And yeah, I'm red hot. But for me, so half of my gear that was in my house, I had a fucking like half a keg of fucking, and it came down about an ounce, so I was cutting the shit out. But I had a fuckload of MD in my room that wasn't mine. I was holding it for a mate. And I was messaging him. I'm like, bro, you need you help me out, blah, blah. And he's just like, bro, I can't talk to you. I'm like, can't talk to me, can't. I'm like, I just took half of your fucking gear, can't talk to me. You want to come ride an Alpha David, can't take your gear, bro? And I'm just like, can't talk to me. I was ready to fucking really go do some bad shit. I was just angry. I'm like, all my mates just turned my back on me. Like, yet again, like when my ex started, my mates turned their back on me again. They've turned their back on me again. And I'm like, fucking, obviously, I can see it clearly now. I wouldn't talk to me either, I was a mess. I was a fucking red flag walking, you know what I mean? And then obviously, yeah, I was flipped out and I got some gear off some bloke. I'm like, fuck you, can't keeping this. And then I fucking cruised up the Cairns, bro. I drove up the Cairns off my head because I had a mate up there that I was speaking to and he used to live in Brizzy with me. And we used to get up to a bit of shit together and he was up there doing a bit of shit up there. He's like, bro, come up here. The plan was to go up there, get sober, go up there, just fucking train, eat good, collect a bit of money. Like I owed a few debts and that up there. I was just going to go up help him collect some money and stuff. I'm like, yeah, sweet, bro, done. And he's like, I'll put a roof over your head, I'll support you, you know what I mean? Just come up here and we'll start a fresh start up here. I'm like, fuck yeah, I can't. As soon as I landed up there, bro, we ate like 2 Xannies, sculled vodkas, and then just fucking started smoking ice, bro. I'm like, fuck yeah, I can't. You know what I mean? So, because it was celebrating Darcy getting the Cairns, and all the boys were waiting for me to get up there. And when I got up there, it just turned into just a massive bender again. And obviously collecting money and that, going out nightclubbing, getting fucked up. We got in a fair few fights up there. And then I got into a real bad one at the wool shed there at Cairns. It's like near the backpackers there. And I fucking really hurt this guy, like fucking broke all his teeth out of his face and shit. And literally, he was talking to a mate of mine, and I was so off my head on Xannies and shit. Like I went up to him and I thought he was having a go at him because we've just been like constantly running through houses and shit. And I'm like, someone's after us. I'm paranoid as fuck. And this guy's like having words with my mate, and he literally pushed my mate. I'm like, what's your fucking problem, cunt? And then I just like, I blacked out, just punched the fuck out of him. And then it was bad. And then I was like, yeah, that was mad. Fucking went back and we kept bendering on this apartment. Next minute, bang, door comes in. Raided again, bro. All these fucking cunts coming. Darcy Cogdale, fucking the assault and wool shed. It was all on camera. Yeah, I was still on bail for my previous charges. Yeah. So, and I had a suspended sentence over my head, everything. So I was fucking green ticks all around. So then I got raided for that, and then all mates had the gear out on the table, like it was just a trap house again in an apartment. And they didn't even kick the door in on this one, bro. They had a swipe key. They're just like, hey guys. I'm like, oh my God, you're not invited here, you know what I mean? And then all the gear was out, and I was like, everyone's just like, shush. I'm like, everything here is mine. And I put my hand up for it, because the raid was for me, and yet again, loyalty, whatever. I'm like, everything here is mine. And all my mates like, fuck, can't. I'm just like, no, I'll take it. It's all good. And like, so all this is yours. Even that backpack with old mate's name on it. I'm like, that's all my gear, cunt. I'm like, I will fucking sell you. It's all mine. I got done for all that again, and I just thought, I'm bulletproof. I'm invincible. You know what I mean? I'm going to get a slap on the wrist. I'll be back out on bail. I'll be back soon. But don't check out yet. I'll be back soon. You know what I mean? And then when sat in this fucking holding cell, they took me in there. Fucking come out, there's all cameras and shit out the front of the hotel and shit. What the fuck, cunt? I just got locked up. Went in these fucking watch house holding cells for the weekend. In this fucking cold cell with like a paper thin blanket. And I'm like, where's my lawyer? I can't get me my lawyer. And they're like, shut up, cunt. You got caught Monday. I'm like, where's my fucking lawyer, cunt? Where's, and they're just like, they ended up, I kept buzzing up, being like, where's my fucking lawyer, cunt? I have rights. And you're like trying to think I'm a lawyer, you know what I mean? And by the end of it, they just cancelled the buzzer out. And I'm like, how am I going to get these cunts? And I ended up, they got the camera up in the corner, and I cuddled up in the corner where they can't see me. So I'm like, they'll have to come down. They think I'm not in the cell. It's a duty of care. They got to come down. And they would come down. I'm like, where are you? I jumped down. I'm like, where's my fucking lawyer? And I can't go to bed. I was like, wow, I wish I had that on film, bro. That would have been funny. And then next minute is Monday. I'm walking in like, Darcy, come in. And I go straight in the courthouse. I'm like, fucking bang. And then I've just been sitting there. I don't even remember, bro, to be honest. I just remember her speaking, and I'm just like, well, what the fuck just happened? We go back in the cell and sit there. And then next minute, they're like, Darcy Cogdale. Yep, like, you're going on the bus. I'm like, bus, where's that? They dropped me back to the hotel. What do you mean? You know what I mean? I'm like, and they're like, no, you're going to jail, bro. And they're like, and detectives come in and try to speak to me. They're like, look, mate, we know you're with these people, blah, 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 and these people, you know what, we can really help you here. I'm like, yeah, fucking no comment, cunt. You know what I mean? Fuck you. Yeah. And then they're like, oh, have fun in jail. I'm not going to fucking jail, cunt. I'm like, I'll get my lawyer. I'm going to be out again. I'll be fucking sweet. Because my whole life was a slap on the wrist, you know what I mean? And then next minute I was sitting on the jail bus going to jail. I was like, fuck me, cunt. Sitting there with a little jail cell with two mobless junkie in front of me. I'm like, hey, bro, how are you? And he's just like, oh, you going in? How many times have you been in, bro? I'm like, well, I can't even know, bro. Don't talk to me, bro. And then reality hit me going in there. And then I was sitting there, I had the phone call when I got in to get in there and rang mum.
Did you know how long you got at this stage?
I was on remand, bro.
Oh, okay.
On remand, haven't been sentenced yet. Yeah. So I was on remand, I rang mum, and my mum, I haven't spoke to her yet again, fucking another year after that. I didn't go home. I didn't go to Christmases, I didn't go to birthdays, I missed out on a lot of things. I didn't go to their birthdays, my birthdays. Who calls in sick for their birthday? You know what I mean? I called in sick for Christmas. You know, I didn't go to Christmas, so I didn't see them. And then the next minute they get a call from me, and I'm like, hey, I'm in jail. You know what I mean? She's like, what? I'm like, yeah, I'll call you later. And then I was sitting there in my cell and just walking into a 50-man unit, bro. Like, when you first go to jail, you don't know what's going on. What you know, jail's like, man, I'm going to go in here. I'm going to get fucked in the arse. You know, I'm going to be something. I'm like, I'm going to go in there. I'm going to bite this cunt off. You know what I mean? I'm going to get fucked. You know what I mean? I was like, fuck. But you go into a big man, 50-man unit, it's scary, bro. When you first go into jail, like, I don't care who you are.
Now,
like,
what age are we looking at now? 22?
I'm 22, 23. Yeah, 22, 23. 2018? Yep. 2018, I think. Because I've been sober 2024, 6 years. Yep. So Dad went to jail, Dad got sober. But I went in there, then walked in the cell, sat in there, obviously settled in, and I just didn't want to make eye contact with any cunt. It was a 50-man unit, bro. You know, you're going, you're like, holy fuck, this is pretty daunting, bro. It's like, yeah, bro, not racist, but in a blackfella jail, bro. Cairns is a fucking dark, bro. And blackfellas run jails, bro. Abos run jails, bro. You go in there, Abos get paid, so you don't, like, they get paid subby and shit like that, so they just keep them sweet, you know what I mean? They run jails, bro. You hit one cousin, they got 50 others, and they'll jump on your fucking head, they don't care. What's nothing scarier than someone who's got nothing to lose? I don't give a fuck how big and scary you are, bro. So I wasn't big and scary when I went to jail. I was nothing the size I am now. I was fucking cracked out as all fuck. You know what I mean? And then obviously landing there, then I just went out in the yard and started pacing, bro. Started cutting laps, up and down laps, cutting laps, just non-stop. Started doing chin-ups, push-ups, started just training, bro. Honestly, everyone's like, how was the come down? Because obviously I've just come off a fucking 10-year drug bender. You know what I mean? Like, been using every day for fucking years. And then going there and I was just like fucking cutting. All I remember was just sweating and just walking back and forth and just thinking, bro, just like watching my back. I was more paranoid I was going to get fucking bashed. Yeah. But if you go into jail, like once you've done,
fitting in,
bro, that's where it come. I started to fit in when I started to train, you know. But no, once you get into jail, you can fit in. Like as long as you don't go into jail with a fucking big head on your shoulders, thinking you're top shit or an ego, you do jail easy, bro. You know, jail's like a big training camp with blokes are doing. As long as you don't get involved in the drug game in there, if you're not getting mixed up with that, and you're just doing your jail and you're just training, you're not looking cunts in the eyes and staring at them. You haven't got a problem. You just go there, do your jail. That's all I did. So went there, did my jail and trained, but I ended up making mates in there. Because I was training, I was chin-ups, and everyone was like, cunt, you're going hard, eh? I'm like, yeah, I'm coming off fucking like a 10-year old bender, cunt, I need to train. And everyone's just started, I have a few jokes with a few cunts. And then and it was like, oh, if you want to train with us, jump in. You know what I mean? I started training with a couple of guys in there, and the next minute sitting at the table eating, having jokes and shit, and that's where I sort of fit into a group. And how I was accepted, see, in the past I was accepted with drugs, fighting crime, selling drugs, all that sort of shit. Now I'm accepted for training, exercise. You know what I mean? I was like, fuck yeah, man, I've got to train and built these connections and started training with blokes, and then time went by in there and I was just training every day with boys, and then I sat in my cell and you just reflect in jail, bro. Jail is just a time where you reflect on everything, and I sat there and reality hit me. I call my mum every day and I'm like, Mum, I love you, I'm so sorry, because man, I didn't know, I had the feeling, Mum was meant to die while I was in jail. You know, she was going through cancer treatments and shit while I was in jail, like it was fucking, but I was just selfish and just didn't, I should have been there for her, I should have been there for my brother and my dad, but I was just escaping. You know what? But it all hit me when I got sober in jail, and my mind started to clear when I was in jail, and I just looked back at all the pain I caused, and I had zero proud moments from my childhood all the way through to when I went to jail.
Yeah. And
nothing.
How long was the sentence?
Well, my sentence, I ended up getting full 15 months. So I served 8 months, and I got out on Supreme Court bail, because obviously I wanted to get out just to fucking be there for my mum, so I went through all the Supreme Court bail proceedings, and I got granted bail. Obviously I had to sign in like 5 days a week, and all clean piss tests and shit. And then went out and then ended up going back in. So I had to go back in. But like every day I would ring Mum while I was in there, and I was saying, Mum, I promise you, like this is it, I'm going to change. You know what I mean? I love you, and no matter what. Like even if you pass, like I know you don't believe me, but. And she's just like, okay, Darcy. Like she didn't believe me. And boy who'll cry wolf, as if you're going to believe someone who's lied through their fucking teeth their whole life. You know, I was the biggest. I pride myself on being loyal to my brothers. I'm loyal to everyone. I keep my word. You know what I mean? You know, no comment, like all this sort of shit. But I lied through the teeth to the ones I love. I betrayed the ones I love. I basically signed statements on the ones I love. Pretty much. How was it different? You know what I mean? I stabbed them in the back, no worries. But if I did that in the whole scene I was in, I was a dog. But I was a dog to my family my whole fucking life, bro. And that's what people realise. The people go, oh yeah, I'm loyal, bro, my brotherhood, all this fucking shit. Okay, how are you loyal to the people you love? You know, and I guarantee these people, if someone lied to them, if someone lied to me, if someone lied to them and said, you know what, or lied to them, they broke their trust or anything like that, you'll cut them off, you'll call them a dog, fuck you, you're a dog, bash them. Okay? What do you do to the ones you love, brother? Open your eyes. You know what I mean? So that's sort
What's
of...
the message in that, man? Because that's a powerful message.
Yeah.
And I wish your mum was over here in Perth, bro. I feel like she's a lady I want to meet, bro.
Mum can't walk, bro. She's fucking... she's in hospital right now. Yeah. Mum's in hospital right now. She got rushed to hospital yesterday. Yeah. So she nearly died yesterday. So it was I had the call before I flew here. And Dad called me and Mum called me. She's like, yeah, my mum's up in hospital. She's rushed up there. Her back's broken, her lungs are like shutting down and shit. So the cancer eats you from the inside out, bro. It's brutal. Yeah, well, I rang her and was like, I was going to not come. I was like, I want to be there for Mum. And Mum said, I'm fine. I'm in hospital. Go do what you're doing. You're helping people. You're making me proud. Go do what you're doing. I'm like, fuck yeah. So, it's
amazing, bro. But I got goosebumps when you said that, bro.
Yeah.
And you're out here, man. And look, bro, like, lead us into what you are now doing now. Because I'm assuming now, after your jail sentence,
yeah.
When
I come out of jail. So I came out of jail. I got out of jail with nothing. No, $0 to my name, nothing, bro. I was self-made as fuck, bro. I got nothing. I came out of jail. I started working in a burger shop at nights. I was washing dishes in a burger shop, being a dish pig, from Thursday night to Sunday night. I worked as a labourer during the day, Monday to Friday. Okay, flat out, non-stop working, making like $1,200 a week, weekend work, just slaving, just staying in routine. Waking up, I never broke my routine. The routine I made and had in jail, wake up, get up, my cold shower, even though I do a coffee on the face and shit. The reason I do the coffee on the face, okay, for everyone out there, okay, the reason I do the coffee on the face, every morning in jail, I woke up and I had my cold shower. And in your cell, you don't have a kettle on that, but I had my Bushell's coffee, I had my coffee there, and I would fill it up in the shower after it got cold. So I'd have my cold shower, and then I'll fill up my coffee in the shower, then I'll drink my coffee in the morning in the shower. That's where that whole thing started. That's the idea of it. Then I'd sit down and I'll journal. I used to write down in jail every day. No matter what happens to Mum, I'll make her proud every day. You know what? I can make up for my mistakes. I'd say no matter what, I'll be my best every day. I started to write and manifest all this sort of shit. Like, I'll make Mum proud no matter what. If Mum died in jail, I'd still be making her proud right now. I would not let it destroy me.
One thing I ask everyone on this podcast now, because I think it's extremely important, is what is your morning routine?
My morning routine?
Yeah, what does it look like, bro? I've sort of got a feeling just through socials of what it's got, but lay it out and maybe just explain why as well.
Well, every morning I wake up, first thing in the morning, I get up 2:30 a.m. every day. 2:30 a.m. every day I wake up, I get up, I go make my coffees, one to throw on my face. And
is there a reason for 2:30?
I get up and get shit done. Yeah. I thrive at 2:30, bro. I wake up, I get everything done, I'm back home, I can message all my clients, get on top of everything, I go do my cardio early in the morning, and it's so peaceful. 2:30 in the morning, bro, it's just quiet, it's just me time. I can focus on me, and I've always woke up every time I got out of jail. When I first started PTing, when I first got out of jail, I was waking up at 1 o'clock every morning to get to the gym and start PTing, but 2:30 every day. So I wake up 2:30, make my 2 coffees, I drink one like a normal person, everyone out there, I do drink a normal coffee, and then I go in, set on the camera, but I throw my coffee on my face, I have my cold shower every morning. The reason why I do the coffee is fucking dumb. There's no point in that, okay? But the reason why I do the cold shower every morning is there's heaps of benefits from my health benefits, whatever, cold therapy, whatever, fuck that, whatever. The reason why I do it is every morning I beat that little voice in my head telling me not to. That little voice of doubt in our head, that little voice that makes excuses and creates excuses is bullshit. We use excuses to justify the things we do to make us feel better about fucking up. Okay? Excuses are made up. I can make shit happen every day. I've made shit happen every day for fucking 6 years, no excuses. Okay, so I beat that little voice that creates, because the same voice that comes up in your head every morning is the same voice that justifies everything negative that you allow in. You think about it, that little voice that comes up that says, don't get in the cold shower, it's too cold. You know, take the easy way out. That's the same voice that says, oh, just have one drink, you deserve it. Oh, just have one, you've been good for ages. That little voice that rewards us with toxic things that destroy us. And every morning I beat that little voice. I do not let it control me. Because that voice comes up, we think about it, we listen to it, and then we make an action and fuck our lives up. Me, that voice may come up. I don't ever justify drinking, but that voice comes up and I say, fuck you. I've got shit that I need to do. I know what benefits my life and I know what destroys my life. Because that little voice in your head, it only ever justifies the negative things. Alcohol, food, drugs. And even as being lazy and giving up. Okay, you never have to justify anything positive in your life. You have never said, oh, I deserve a bottle of water. Oh, I deserve to go to gym. I deserve a good night's sleep. I deserve to be a good role model. I deserve to be healthy. You know these things are good for you, cunt. It's common sense.
Yeah.
You never justify anything positive. So that little voice in your head is only justifying negative things. So I do not listen to that voice. And no one has to, but people choose to.
I like that.
Okay?
And I like that. I mean, because obviously ice baths, I'm massive into ice baths.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
know the health benefits of it.
But you got to beat that voice every fucking time.
When I was in my one of the many dark moments that I was in, and yeah, look, I was using cocaine every single day, fucking like there's similar sort of stories, man. But it was the cold showers in the morning that I done every fucking morning,
Yep.
and it was exactly the same reason. I mean, the health benefits and getting the natural dopamine into your body
Yep.
and all that's a great start to the day. The health benefits for it and whatnot, but yeah, it was, man. But I used to hold my breath for the first one. I used to do a breathing exercise.
Yeah, sweet.
And also looked at it like I was calming my body through holding my breath, telling myself, "No, you got it, man. Just relax. Yeah,
you control you. Yeah,
you're just learning how to control those urges, and it builds strength, bro.
Yeah, 100%. So that's why I do the cold shower, and then I sit down and I journal. After that, I sit down, I journal, I write down what I'm grateful for, you know, things I've done, things I want, things I am doing, just to remind me you're doing good things. You're on the path, because our mind can sway. I don't use social media. I think social media is fucking toxic. I do not scroll. I do not look at stories. I do not like stuff. If you've commented on my shit, bro, sorry, I don't give a fuck because I don't look. Yeah. Social media is toxic as fuck to me, so I don't look at it. But I go on there and I write down little things. I still write to this day, no matter what, I'll make my mum proud. I'll write down, I'm changing lives. I've got to remind myself of these things every day. I write down, I know who I am. I know where I've come from. I don't need to prove myself to anyone anymore. I write this sort of stuff down just to reset my mind. I'm like, fuck yeah, this is me and I'm fucking going to win today. Yeah. You know, then I do my little meditation.
Yeah, and then with the gratitude, man, like how does that start? Is it just a matter of just fucking brain dumping every morning?
I've been writing pretty much the same things every day. You just got to keep your mind exactly like, you think about it. When someone goes to change their life, everyone on the first day goes amazing. No one fucks up on day one. But then over time, we get comfortable, we get lazy, we let our mindset slip. The important things slip, okay? They slip, and then we all make stupid decisions, go back to square one and think my life's fucked. Okay, so every day I write the same things. I treat every day like day one. And I'll be winning every fucking day. So I write the same things down. The most important things are the things you need to drill in your fucking head. Little things like a lot of people go through addiction and stuff. When they make changes, they feel lonely because they disconnect. They feel lonely. But feeling lonely and being alone are two different things. I guarantee you can pick up your phone and call someone you love. I guarantee you can call a friend. I guarantee you can call your mum, your dad, your brother, your sister. You've got someone in the world that you can call. But we assume we're lonely and we feel like we're alone, but they're two different things. But feelings will pass. If we keep busy and keep doing things, you're going to meet people along the way. I've met amazing people along the journey. I've got amazing friends, amazing wife. I met my fucking beautiful wife, the most loyal human in the world. You know what I mean? Who stands by me no matter what. We laugh. I've never had a single argument with my missus. Yeah, right. We've never had an argument. Yeah. Everyone's like, oh, bullshit, you got to have an argument. Never.
How's she go with you waking up at 2:30?
Good. I do my shit in the other bathroom. We've got two bathrooms. Yeah, I've got my own space. But she's adjusted her whole lifestyle. We go to bed at the same time, 6:30, 7 o'clock together. She wakes up around 4 and does her stuff. She works on her stuff. She does her meditation. She does gratitude. She studies every morning and does a little study thing. She works on herself. Yeah, cool. We don't allow toxic things.
You mentioned meditation a few times there, bro. Talk us through that, man.
I literally listen to the same meditation every morning. It's a 4-minute quick and easy one. Like, good on to people who...
I love the discipline you're talking here, bro.
Yeah.
That's what I'm picking up the most.
But I've never missed a day in 6 years. Yeah. Ever. So with meditation, I'll listen to the same 4-minute meditation every morning. It just reminds you what you got in your life. I'll listen to a gratitude one. It reminds you to think of someone you love. Think of someone you love doing. Like things that I was thinking, this makes me feel positive. I see people like, I'm not the guy, I can't sit there. Like, good on you to people, but man, I swear to God, I'm ADHD as fuck. I've been diagnosed, but I can't sit there with my legs crossed and the wind chimes going and the fucking crystals out and shit. Like, I can't do that for long term, bro. I'm just quick and easy and then I go get my shit done. You know what I mean? It's like, I'm happy doing that way. This works good for me. Everyone's got their own ways. Like, someone will sit there for half an hour, meditate, and does wonders for them, sweet. I get distracted. I feel like I'm falling behind in my morning because I'm regiment. I'm like, this has to be done 4 minutes, bang, cold shower, bang, this, bang. I'm doing cardio at 6. I'm doing cardio in the morning at that time. I've got to be on time with my shit. If that goes to shit, I feel off, bro. I'm real disciplined.
What are you? I've got a whole lot of questions for you, bro. But around drinking and that, you're not going there by the sounds of it because you're scared of fucking what you.
I'll never drink another drink in my life. One drink weakens your mindset. No one can ever say it doesn't. You allow one in of anything, you allow one of something else in. You justify one, you justify everything. And alcohol weakens your mindset. You relax, you switch off. And I find as soon as you switch off, you allow other things in. I'm an advocate for being fully sober, to be honest. Some people are like, oh, you know, it's good to have a social drinking. Like, oh, I'm going to be social without it. I don't need alcohol. Because you go to an addict, okay, when the fuck have you ever had one?
Yeah.
When?
Nah.
You know, you go, any addict,
What's the
one
utility
drink,
too?
one line. You're not buying a gram and having one line.
Yeah.
Okay? You're not buying a six-pack and having one drink. Okay? You have one, there's always a
I
second.
gave up drinking for a year, bro. And
Bet it was a good year.
It was a good year, man. It was a good
Bet
year.
it was a good year.
Yeah, and fucking, but then I was finding like the social aspect of it. This is why I'm interested in it.
Yeah.
And as I was sober, I was like, I'm never going to drink again.
Yeah, yeah.
But then you start falling into, like even tonight at the gala, like I'm sort of like, fuck, you know, everyone's going to be there, go around, have a few beers after my speech and
Yeah.
just enjoy the moment. And again, it's those thoughts that you're telling yourself.
They're justifying things.
I've definitely got a way better, man, because I
Yeah.
suppressed all my shit. That was my
Yep.
medicine, man. Alcohol mainly over most drugs or anything like that. Alcohol basically mine, and it fucking destroyed my life
Yep.
in many ways. And it took that year to really get that better relationship with alcohol. And now I can honestly say that I use it in a different, I don't use it as a medicine. Although
Yeah.
sometimes that thought comes in when you're going, fuck, I've had a bit of a tough day,
Yeah.
you'll sort it out, you know?
Yeah.
But I guess I'm at a stage now, and that's why I asked the question from my own point of view, is just, yeah, man, like, because, fuck, it is that voice in your head that goes, you know, because I was all right in the social aspect, the social scene with it. If anything, I had more energy, I could talk better.
Yep.
Yeah, bro.
But then you start to listen to that voice.
Yeah.
Okay, and I think, I don't know, I fucking hope it doesn't happen to you, but I start to think once you start creating habits of, oh, I just want an event, a couple beers after my speech.
can see it
Yeah,
sink
fuck
in
yeah,
sometimes.
it's Friday, I'll just have one. Oh, I've
Yeah.
had a big week, I deserve it. It's a slope, bro.
Yeah.
It's, I don't know, it's just, I really hope it doesn't happen for you, but with track records for every single person I've helped and everyone I know and myself personally, you start allowing one in, you listen to that little voice, things will go to shit.
Yeah.
I'm a big believer your energy will lack. You won't be onto it on your Mondays. Things will go, your productivity will go backwards. You'll doubt yourself. It's just, when you're on a good roll, I don't see why you put a stop sign in front of you or a speed bump.
Yeah.
I just want to keep feeling good.
And then obviously the training too, bro.
You won't train on Monday.
Nah.
No.
Yeah.
You won't go for a walk on Sunday.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Little things suffer. You look at that routine you had when you were fully sober, I guarantee you were fucking killing it.
Yeah.
Out on Sundays, train every day, feeling amazing, thriving,
Yeah, well,
confident.
even with drinking though, bro, like I'm a bit of a savage in that way of, if anything, the stress of fucking putting this gala on, bro, has been like mentally smashing me, you know, and
Yeah.
with training and stuff like that. But yeah, I do. I would always get up in the morning, bro, and go and train, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, regardless, unless it was like a proper fucking blowout.
Yeah. But still, you're not performing 100%.
Nah.
Even after one, it's not going to be 100%, and you're not going to wake up with that energy you would. You know, even if it's slightly off, bro, I hate being slightly off. I like being fucking on.
Yeah.
You know, so that's my view on it. That's just me personally.
Well, this is the first podcast, bro, where I haven't said any more than 10 words, bro. So like, you're fucking real switched on, bro.
Yeah.
I love hearing your stories, bro. But what with the actual training side of it, bro, because I see that being a massive part of the healing journey as well, bro.
Yeah.
And what you promote.
Yeah.
Is it just weights, man? Were you smashing like is it you doing a bit of boxing? Like,
I just started boxing again. I love it. I'm throwing hands again. I'm over being big and useless, bro. I don't want to be big and useless. I started getting real big. Now I'm starting to get real big. I'm like, fuck it. I've literally started boxing in the last 6 weeks. I love it. I love throwing hands. Always loved the fight. But one of the promises I made to mum in jail is that I'll never drink again. I'll never do drugs again. And I'll never fight again. The 3 things that got me in a lot of trouble, the 3 things that destroyed my life. I promised my mum in jail that I'll never do them again. And I'm never breaking that promise until the day I die. So I hit pads in that, but I've been asked recently to do a fucking, like, a charity boxing match and stuff like that. And I thought about doing it. I'm like, oh yeah, fuck, that'd be sick. I'll go fucking throw hands and let some shit out. And then I thought about it. I'm like, doesn't align with what I promised mum. You know what I mean? That's like me saying I'll just have one drink.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm just like, nah, so I cancelled that. I know I can fight. You know what I mean? I don't need to prove anything to anyone. I've fucking fought a lot of people in my life, but it just doesn't align with that. So, and I'm never breaking those 3 promises I made to my mum. The 3 things that destroyed my life, and I'll never break those promises to the day I die.
Yeah.
I know for a fact. Yeah.
And you know, again, if we're going back to addictions and things like that, it is finding that purpose, isn't it, bro? Like, I mean, if I hadn't have started this podcast you know, it's opened up a new community, a new
Yeah.
identity for myself.
Good.
And I'm finding though having those purposes definitely do help you stay in alignment.
Fuck
with
yeah.
things, man.
Yeah, and my purpose is helping people change their life now.
Yeah.
My purpose is making my family proud and that, but now I found an even bigger purpose of, I know I can change someone's life. If someone commits to everything I say with all what I do, I've changed so many lives, bro. It's so good. I've had messages from people that were literally ready to kill themselves, bro. Walk away. I've had a message from one lady that said, I was literally ready to walk away from my kids and my family and go kill myself for drugs on the street until I started with you.
Yeah.
And I've had people that literally said they've literally gone to rehabs 3 times. I've seen psychologists that have been on medication, psychiatrists that have tried everything, and they've never could get it right. And since they've been with me, they've been a year sober.
Yeah.
That sort of shit is oh nice. Love it. I get these messages every day. People message me massive paragraphs thanking me that their kids got their dad back, and it's so powerful, bro. It fucking gets my dick hard, bro.
And what, can anyone just reach out to you, bro? And
Yeah.
what is the purpose of your program and what does the program entail, bro?
Oh, with my coaching, I've got my app and stuff, my workouts and meal plans and shit, but that's nothing to what I do. You can give anyone a training program and meal plan, and they will fall off,
Yeah.
okay? And if you see my transformations online, I have the best transformations online in the world. Show me better,
Yeah.
okay? But that's because I get their mindset right, and I hold them accountable every day. So I teach them habits. We create a routine. I get on the phone with them when I first call them. I get on what time we're going to wake up, what time we're doing this. I structure their day out with them. I get them to do meditations. I get them to do goal boards at home. I get them to start journaling. I tell them what sort of things to write, get in their head a bit, and I talk to them and sort of hit them where it hurts. Like I'm like, if someone reaches out to me and they want to be better for their kid, I'm like, you write down every day that I'll be the best fucking role model for my son no matter what. And you start planting those seeds with them. And then, but I get them to send me their stuff every day. So every day, every client of mine sends me a photo of their gratitude list in the morning with their goals and everything like that. They send me a photo of every meal throughout the day, and they send me a photo of their workout when they're done. And I literally talk to my clients every day, voice notes, hundreds of people every day, just back and forth talking. When someone's having a tough time, they say, hey bro, I'm having a rough day, and I jump on a phone call with them. And I just get in their head, I'm like, remember why we're doing this? I'm like, yesterday you were happy, bro. I'm like, today will pass. This feeling will pass. I want you to stick to everything we're doing. Tomorrow, I guarantee you wake up happy. The next day, they pick up, they message me and say, man, I'm fucking happy again. I'm like, see, can't, it's not impossible. And then I sort of help people get through their own negative thoughts. So I'm like fucking part psychologist as well. So I don't just do a training program, meal plan. I dedicate my life to everyone.
Based around what is working for you,
Yeah.
for everyone? Would
Yep.
you sort of try and...
Think about this. We all destroy ourselves in the exact same way. We can all fix ourselves in the exact same way. Think
And
about
how many
that.
people have you got at any one time?
Oh, at the moment, it's close to 500.
What?
Yeah, yeah.
Well, and every one of them have all sent in your...
Every day I speak to about 500 people.
Holy fuck, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And it's not stopping by the looks of it.
No, I'm still going.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
good. I'm helping a lot of people, and it's changing their lives. I dedicate. I wake up, and it's part of my routine every morning when I do my morning walk. Because I wake up, do my morning routine, do my jump up, and I go do 60 minutes cardio every morning. Never miss a day. And I get on the treadmill and I just start voice noting everyone. Just go through and message everyone. I can't sit there and watch YouTubes or listen to sorry, but I'm probably not going to listen to this podcast. I just can't sit there and listen to shit. I need to be stimulated. And when I'm holding people accountable, when people make slip-ups, because everyone fucks up, and I'm there to help people get back up. So if they don't message me for a couple of days, I go through and go back and check who hasn't messaged me. And I've seen, oh, he's left on scene 2 days ago. I'm like, he's been messaging me every day. Why the fuck is he messaging me? I'll message him. I'm like, hey, bro, what's going on? Like, if you fucked up, talk to me, bro. And they'll message me, like, man, I fucking got on it last night, man. I can't fucking beat myself up. And I'm there to get them back up.
Yeah.
See, most addicts, bro, they fuck up and they spiral, bro. You know, because they think everything's fucked. They don't fuck up and get back up. So I'm the person that helps them get back up. And they do. And I find after someone fucks up and gets back up, they go twice as hard, bro. Because they know how bad it feels when they have a slip. And I remind them on it. I'm like, remember how you felt, bro? I'm like, if you want to feel like that again, go get on it.
It's crazy, man. I had this conversation a fair few times. Like, unconsciously, I used to fuck up because I knew how much I bounced back harder.
Yeah.
You
So
know,
you justify, I can get back up.
Yeah, like when I was back, man, I trained harder, I fucking worked harder.
Yeah.
You know, even in business, man, like you hustled harder. And,
Yeah, okay, yeah.
And all unconsciously too, bro.
Yeah,
It wasn't
I know.
until I got older where I'm like, why do I keep fucking doing this? But yeah.
But it is still taking steps forward and big steps back. And you're building your way up to get you there
Yeah.
again, then you're back again.
True.
So realistically, you're on a fucking Ferris wheel.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? When you think about it,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah, for sure. Social media, brother. I mean, look, I didn't start social media until I started the podcast, and
Yeah.
I struggle with it in ways, bro.
Yeah.
But because I'm not a scroller either, man.
Yeah, I hate it.
I can't understand it. Even when I want to sit there sometimes and fucking...
You just get out of it, yeah.
I just, my brain doesn't sort of connect with it like
Yeah.
how others do, man. But it seems to be that it's a real thing out there, man. I've had people on this podcast where they've openly said, man, I can spend up to 10 hours.
Yeah, yeah.
rolling in
It's
that.
massive. I say people, that's the biggest people's excuse. They go, I don't have time. I don't have time to get up to the gym. I don't have time for this. I don't have time to make my meals. I don't have time to get stuff ready. I don't have time to do my meditation, work on myself. I'm always working big hours. How many hours you sit on your phone at night? How many hours you watch TV at night? How many hours you sit there and scroll in the morning to see what everyone's doing before you start your day? It's hours of the day that you're wasting and that you're justifying that you can't do positive shit. I think it's a fucking shit habit. It's fucking shit.
And to replace it, you replace it with meditation.
Just go to the gym. Fucking fill it with something else that you're justifying that you can't do. Swap it for something positive.
For sure.
You know?
Just leaning into the uncomfortable, man. Because sometimes, like,
Yeah.
that's the scariest part of it all, bro.
Yeah.
I think for some people. I mean, I love fucking leaning into new shit.
Yeah, yeah.
But for some people, I find, you know, that's the hardest thing, man. Is just
They're getting out of their comfort zone.
Well, you know, getting into a gym. I mean,
Yeah.
like particularly walking into a gym that's maybe weight dominated.
Yeah, like a body, like a
Your
world
bodybuilding
gym or something.
like that.
Yeah.
You might want to, you might be my size, mate, and wanting to
Yeah.
get to your size. And
I've got a big thing for, like, I see people that are overweight in the gyms. I go out of my way to make them feel comfortable. If I see someone in there head down over there with a baggy shirt training, I've done it many times. Literally did it the other weekend. There was this big kid in there training, and he was in there doing his thing, baggy shirt. He would have been 150, 160 kilos, big boy, and he was training, put his head down and his shirt on. He was just training, looking at the ground everywhere I walk. I went up to him, hey, bro, what's going on? Darcy, how are you? How long have you been training for? He's like, oh, I've been here a couple months now. I'm like, how much weight are you down? He's like, oh, I'm down about 10 kilos. I'm like, fuck yeah, bro, that's mad. I'm like, let me know if you want to train or something, bro. I gave him my Instagram. I'm like, let me know if you ever want a meal plan. And he's like, oh, okay. I'm like, you train? I'm like, you're real good with your squats now. I was like, giving him compliments. And it's like, if you ever want to train, bro, let me know. Like, made him feel comfortable. Because, like, I know how it feels to be fat and fucking everyone looking at you and looking at the ground. It's fucking putrid. I hate it. And I find if I can go up and make him feel that little bit comfortable with a person that looks like me, like, they'll be like, fuck, he's really nice. Like, actually, people in here to show everyone. And I gave him a free meal plan. I gave him access to my app. I gave him a free workout program. I still to this day check in with him. He's not a client of mine, doesn't pay me a cent. I messaged him like, hey bro, how's gym been this week? I messaged him on Friday. He's like, yeah bro, I've been going every day. And he said to me the other day, he's like, hey bro, I'm down another 5 kilos. I'm like, fuck yeah bro, that's mad. And I said, bro, if when we're in Brisbane next, we'll link up, we'll train. You know what, I love that. I love that, you know. Then I don't want any money. If I've got money, bro, I'm fucking sweet. You know what I mean? But
yeah, there's nothing more inspiring than seeing something like that.
yeah, I got more respect for anyone that's overweight in the gym putting in effort than a fucking bodybuilder that's won fucking 20 comps. Fucking who cares? You know what I mean? It takes a lot more guts to get in there and make changes for someone who was born with a fucking six pack, who's injecting trend. Okay? A lot different. I respect someone that's in there making changes. Even someone that seems like you notice someone in there coming off the drugs, or I've got a big connection with kids that are overweight that I see them in the gym, like teenage 20-year-olds really overweight. Like that's my soft spot. And I'll go up and out of my way to go change. I got one kid that I coached for free when I first started training at Worlds years ago. He's down like 60 kilos, bro. He wears my DRC fit shirt everywhere, and I coached him for free. I helped him for free. No, so it's a good feeling.
You know, I was even saying in the boxing gym, even boxing gyms can be.
No, yeah, that's a bit more intimidating.
Yeah,
you don't
well,
want to.
well, I don't know. Yeah, well, I guess I've been in boxing gyms for a long time, so I find it more intimidating. I've just started doing weights.
Yeah, sweet.
Weights have been something that I've been like, I've got no desire to grow or being big. But Where what I'm finding, I've just started the gym literally this week. I've been 3 times.
Yeah, sweet.
Yeah,
good.
But what I'm struggling with at the moment, man, is it bores the fuck out of me.
Oh, bro.
So I'm in this, I'm trying to find, and all it is, and that's why I picked up on the discipline side of it.
Yeah.
My brain's going to, you don't have to be here.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah. Boxing's better.
Yeah, well, boxing's better. You know, you get more, you hit shit. But also when I'm looking at myself in the mirror, I have that voice going, mate, you're, because I am pretty happy with my present, you know, my body and stuff like that. But I sit there and go, no, you're happy the way you are, no, but because sometimes your mind can use it in a positive way to stop you doing what you're going to do. But no, I'm pretty excited, bro.
Yeah, it's good because but weights is what you build the body you want. Yeah. You know, that's why I've always done weights, and I've got a pattern of doing weights for years to build the body I want because I always want to be confident in who I was. I'm very vain, and it's not a bad thing because I've always fat my whole life, and then I've always had a big self-image thing. Never thought I was good enough. Even in primary school, I never thought all the chicks liked me because I was fat and all that sort of shit. I never thought I was good enough. I've got my wife's a fucking 12 out of 10. She's hot as fuck. You know what I mean? I never thought I could have someone love me in that stature. I never thought that. But I use gym to build the body that I want. But I've recently got back into boxing myself because it's a confidence. As a man, you want to know you can throw hands. Yeah, I'm not going out and bashing anyone anytime soon. I'm not going to, but like it's a confidence thing. It's fun, but you say it's like going in the gym. It's a confidence thing. But imagine going to a boxing gym and you're throwing punches like a 12-year-old girl. Some 12-year-old girls are weapons. That's a sexist thing. But you know what I mean? Like you go in there and you hit and you don't feel like a man because you can't punch. I find that's a bit more daunting. Because when I started doing pads again recently, I know I can fight. And like, but when I first did, I was really stiff. I'm like, fuck, because I've got so much muscle mass now. But now I'm flowing mad and moving sick like I used to. I'm pretty quick for my size, and I love it. And I'm like, fuck yeah, I get way more out of watching a video of me smack pads than me fucking deadlifting 300.
I find with boxing, man, it's like you're connecting your mind.
You're stimulated, bro.
Yeah. It's your feet, your mind, and obviously.
You got to
your
think,
fitness,
bro.
Your core, it's connecting the mind and the heart together as well.
That's what I found when I started boxing again. It's getting your feet right, everything like that. And once I started flowing with that and thinking more, I was way more stimulated than doing weights. And I've actually started to fucking get bored of weights. Like I'll go into weights, I'll know what I've got to lift, but I'm not really looking to progress in the gym anymore. I'll go and they still do my 3 big heavy lifts a week. Like get my compound lifts, my deadlifts, all that sort of stuff, pumping to maintain where I'm at. But my main thing is keeping, like I've built a program around my boxing now. So I'm like, I'm not stiff on this day. My biceps going to be fine for Friday. Like, and I love it. And there's footwork's better. I think I love it. I'm
so you're doing
love
weights
it.
3 times? Now I'm making this about me, man.
Yeah. At the moment now, I'm doing weights 3 or 4 times a week. One day I do boxing and go and do a bit of shoulders after, but it's not a big session. But then 3 main days, legs, back, and push, chest and shoulders. Cool. And then 2 days boxing and 2 rest days. I love it. Yeah.
What else have we got to talk about, mate?
But I just fucking, I don't know, it's good.
You're fucking inspiring, brother, and it's such an honour to have you on here, bro. I think that I'm assuming that you're just pushing mental health, just in general. It's not towards men's mental health.
No. I help women, and we all struggle with that, and we're all the same. I'm trying to get out there with my message and my story that anyone can make a change. No matter where you are, what you got going on in your life, anyone can make change, and that's what I'm trying to get out there is to show everyone anyone can make changes. Anyone can get up and make a change right now.
Any sort of therapy or anything, bro? Have you done any sort of therapy?
I seen a psychologist for a bit when I first got out of jail, but it was a part of my bowel conditions. Like I did it when I first got out of jail when I was like on my suspended sentence, on my Supreme Court bail. I was like seeing a psychologist, I was doing clean piss tests and everything, just like do as much as I can so when I go back and get sentenced, they see how much I've changed and stuff like that, which helped. Like I was looking at a 10-year sentence. My barrister, my lawyer sat me down like, you're looking at 10 years. I'm like, fucking. So every day I did clean piss tests every Monday. I seen a psychologist twice a week. I started volunteering at a rehab. I was in a rehab. I started volunteering there 3 days a week, and then I was working obviously as well. So I was just grinding. It was a fucking mission, but I did it, and then I went back to court with all these like fucking references from the rehab saying how much I've helped, psychologist letter, everything like that, and then I got my sentence. It was like 4.5 year top I got. I was looking at 10, I got it down to 4.5, serve 15, and time served. Usually they wipe the time served out and they say, no, you got to serve your full sentence again. I got the 8 months that I served, I counted to my charge. I was like, fuck, so everything I did made a big impact. But I spoke to one psychologist when I got out a bit, but I don't know, I'm just big about just fucking moving forward, yeah. Not dwelling on shit. I'm just like, I just want to win today. I'm just focused on winning every day as much as I can.
Micro changes every day.
Yeah.
I love it, bro. I'll get in that message as well, man.
Man.
Love it. Well, bro, I hope this is one of many times I get the podcast.
Yeah.
It's been an honour, man. Like it's probably one of those podcasts for me where I've actually just sat back and it's been a privilege to just hear your story, bro.
Yeah, sick. I love that.
You're like a celebrity online, bro. So it's like, I felt like I knew you before you even got here.
Yeah, no, I felt like I knew. I just walked like seeing a mate and I haven't even met you.
Yeah,
was good.
like just rocking up in the cab and say, hey, brother.
Yeah. That's good, but no, it's been good. We'll do stuff and. Yeah. So I've actually been shadow banned on Instagram at the moment. I'm fucking waiting because I started some of my recent videos. I got a bit out there and I'd write like cocaine and meth and big tits and stuff. So it's like the bot sort of picked it up, and I'm currently on a shadow ban, but it'll be right. It'll be right. I'll come back.
So when you're in the back of the car, bro, and doing those like the post and things.
Yeah.
Is that just all off the fucking top of your head?
Bro, it's we're not scripted. You think that's scripted, bro? All my videos, I'm spitting on myself in my car and doing cook shit. Bro, I'm literally just talking about my life, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I've lived every aspect of it,
This
bro.
lorry? Yeah.
Oh, no, not in the car.
Oh, no, not in the
That's
car.
me.
Yeah,
No.
yeah.
I do my own videos
Oh,
on my
yeah.
phone. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's just me in my car park at fucking 3 a.m. in the morning yelling at myself, spitting on myself.
Yeah.
Oh, bro, I don't even know. Yeah. But I've had a few people like, what do people think when they see you doing this? I'm like, no one sees me. I'm in my basement. So I'm just in my element in my basement screaming in my car. But I just pick up a subject in the morning. I'm up there thinking in the morning, like, what am I going to talk about? Let's talk about fucking this or that. And once I start to get a subject in my head, I just go, man. I just don't have, it just comes. It just flows out of my brain. I don't really do takes on it. It's just boom. It's,
Well, you're definitely on the right path, brother. You're
Yeah,
doing the right
thank you.
thing, man. You're in flow. You can see that. You speak well, bro.
Yeah, I'm keen.
And your message is strong, man. And it's once again, brother, such a fucking great honour to have you not only on fucking Real, but over here in Perth, man.
Yeah,
and,
keen.
And also at the gala tonight. Man.
Yeah, I'm keen, bro. I'm fucking excited. I was a bit nervous yesterday, to be honest. I don't get nervous, bro, but I was like, fuck, there's a big crowd. Are they going to like me and all this sort of shit? And then I woke up this morning, I'm like, I know who I'm fucking am. I'm going to go out there and speak and just be me, bro. If people don't like it, fuck off. You know what I mean? That's me. I've got a good message. I know where I've come from. I know I'm speaking about real shit and I'm helping a lot of people. So, whatever.
That's it, bro.
Yeah.
I woke up this morning also with,
Keen, yeah.
with a fucking ball of anxiety, bro.
Yeah.
Self-worth's coming up, but yeah, I'm looking at it as an opportunity.
Opportunity, yeah. Don't jump at opportunities, bro. You miss opportunities. They're the ones thing you miss and you regret, bro.
Yeah.
You know, so it'll be good.
All right, brother.
Yeah, my bro. I was
Till
mad.
next
Thank
time,
you.
my man.
Peace.
Much love, brother.